hiding the real pollution numbers. Water sprinklers right next to the pollution monitoring system in full display. Allegations of pollution meters not working. Allegations also of data from the Diwali night missing. Serious questions being asked on whether there has been an attempt to water down the numbers. And now questions by the Supreme Court as well. I'm Sonal Mehrotra Kapoor and I'm on the streets of the national capital to find the answer to one question. Can we trust the pollution numbers in Delhi? Let's find out. This is location number 1, Anand Vihar, here in the National Capital Region. The most polluted part of the city, in fact, many say of the country as well. Rightly so, because there is a bus depot over here. So what are we going to do? We are going to go to an independent monitoring system to try and see what are the numbers saying on our system versus what the government system is reporting. Let me bring on with me Bhavreen over here. Bhavreen is an environmentalist. Bhavreen, at Anand Vihar, what is your pollution meter saying?
So it's varying between about 470, 80 to 520 depending on where you're standing. And now see we've come into the shade and little piece, so it's, but generally everywhere it's over touching 500.
Touching 500 versus, let's check now what we are getting on the weather app, which is reporting the government data, right? So the weather app is reporting 300, right? So a difference at the moment from yours going 500 to ours saying roughly 300. This could be why?
Because one, of course, every few minutes the sprinkling, there's with the smog guns, not the gun, it's the other vehicle that's coming. So there's a sudden change then, and it's very temporary. So it goes down, and then if you keep standing there or move a little bit further, it comes up. So that is the reality. That
This data that I'm getting on my phone actually comes from the government monitoring system, which is not very far from here. Let's go check out there what's happening, yeah? Come. So we looked at the numbers right on the streets where the common man really is. The numbers went to almost 500. Now we've come to the pollution monitoring system. Now you see fresh water is being sprinkled right behind me. Now I'm trying to understand, Bhavreen, that because of the watering down, do the numbers actually come down? Can we see that?
Yes.
What is your numbers?
Numbers are now, the numbers here as we walked here, and now they come down to about 300. They've also gone to 290 and 300 it's varying. So this is a temporary, because when you will put water, the numbers will reflect in that, but nothing is going to happen to the PM 2.5, for that matter, even PM 10. It will settle down for some time, but then it will eventually, when there's no water, they will rise up, and then of course now there's slight wind and all, it will take it away. So, then that overall reflection shows in the future numbers also.
So you are saying it is fairly conclusive that because of the watering around the monitoring system and other places, numbers do come down. That's clear.
Absolutely. Even while we were there, when the vehicle of the water, what they're sending, not a gun, but I don't know what they call sprinklers were going, then immediately there was a difference. Because immediately the difference will reflect. But then if you keep standing there for a few minutes, maybe 8 to 10, 14, 15 minutes, it will just wash off.
Okay. So this was location number 1. This is Anand Vihar. And now let's move on to another location to again try and find out if this trend continues across Delhi. Yeah? Let's go. This is location number 2. We are at ITO. Let's see what the pollution meter with us says. At the moment at ITO, the pollution meter is 312, PM 2.5 is 142. Let's see what the government's data, this is CPCB, and let's see what that one says. PM 2.5 is 87, PM 2.5 over here is 145. That's a massive difference. How's that happening?
That is the strange part. There's, the data has become like it's a, game of numbers. It's become a game of numbers to just reduce. It's ridiculous because, we have another monitor there and it's the same. It's around 145 here. And
Could it
it's
be
clearly-
that this is at a distance, that's why it's capturing less? We are on the ground
Of
floor.
course, everything matters because we're nearer to the road. But it cannot be like double. It cannot be so much difference in the data. And this is again PM 2.5 is something very serious. You cannot afford to do this. People tend to think we should not be. We are still. It should be 5 micrograms.
PM
Which is a normal, so you
2.5,
can imagine we are-
yeah, PM 2.5 is the particulate matter that enters your bloodstream directly. There is little you can do to get it out of your system once it's in.
Absolutely.
And that at the moment at location 2, discrepancy is it's almost double to what a private independent AQI meter says versus what the figures of CPCB over there are. All right, this is location number 3. We are on Lodi Road, perhaps the greenest part of the National Capital Region. And what do we find here? This is supposed to be an AQI display system which is currently defunct, not functioning at all. Now, what do we make of this, Pavleen?
Look, this is very sad to see because we're in the peak of the pollution and like you said, we're in actually a VIP area. We have parliamentarians, judges, the most important bureaucrats staying here. And this was a monitor actually which is, at least in my mind, it's probably the first monitors that we saw, the displays. And being this thing, and this used to be the common route for everyone. So it was always a like a win for us that finally there's something that you're seeing, and as it is you can't see air, but this is seeing is believing. So what concept was coming.
But then let's see on your meter, how much is this saying right now? So this is in the poor category. Still, it says AQI is about 216 down to 200. PM 2.5 is 92, meaning PM 2.5 is still in the poor category. What is the WHO limit for PM 2.5?
5 micrograms per meter cube.
1 second, again, WHO unit for PM 2.5 is?
Yeah, 5.
And we are at?
You're right. Right now it's about, it was about 120 which was showing just now. So you can imagine, you are 20 times more right now as of now, and this is not the highest of the figures that we've seen. So coming back to the display monitors is something very crucial. Rather than going forward and having, because so many years we've been asking that every school, every hospital, every stadium, every bus stop, railway station, they must have air quality monitors, because display boards, because that's what you see. People will learn, citizens will know more about it. But unfortunately, this is we're going back many steps. This is like a VIP, one of the most important areas. Display board isn't working.
Seeing cars pass by over here with judges sitting over there.
Yeah.
This is, remember, a public holiday, so there is not much traffic on the roads today. But despite that, you see, the apathy is that nobody is even questioning
So that's the point.
the
Yeah, I was
monitor
just
not
going to say
working.
that. I think that is so important. No matter what you are, where you are, clean air is something that we all need. All our children will suffer, all our grandchildren will suffer. So I think everyone must question everything that we see is not working, appreciate everything that's working, irrespective of political parties, affiliations. That's got nothing to do with this. It's something.
Because at the end of the day, all of us are breathing the same air. All right, so that was location 3. Let's find out one more and then see what's happening there, yeah? We are now at location number 4. This is the JLN Stadium, the Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium. This is the place where the marathon runners came over the weekend, where AQI had gone all the way to 400 according to government figures. And doctors said it's laughable, it's a mass suicide if you're actually coming out and running in these numbers. Here we are told there's supposed to be a CPCB system and pollution monitoring system. We haven't found a display board just yet. But let's check on our pollution meter what it's going. At the moment on our pollution meter, it goes on to say that it's up to about 200, right? It fluctuates between 200, 250. Let's take it on the lower side as 200. But since we don't have a government figure, let's quickly check what the app is saying. I've got this app opened up on our phones. This is the Sameer app, which records an AQI of 180. So a bit of a discrepancy over there. But again, here in this relatively greener zone of Delhi, here on a day when the weather gods are actually in our favor, it's a little windy as well, you can see the leaves moving as well. On days like these, it's still 200. Why is that worrying? Because the WHO data says it should be 50 or under. Can you see the Delhi NCR skyline behind me? Well, neither can I. But the point of today's exercise was not just to clear the air, it was at least to clear the air on pollution numbers. And what is it that we found out? Our location number 1, the most polluted part of Delhi NCR, which is Anand Vihar. There we see a clear dip of almost 200 points the minute you have water sprinkling systems going around. It only happens for a short period, but it brings down the numbers. Location number 2, we went to ITO. A lot of traffic there, but today being a holiday, even in this relatively less polluted time, you see a mismatch. PM 2.5 on the government machinery versus what the environmentalist machinery was telling us was again a clear slip. Then we went to the seat of the elite in Delhi NCR. We went to Lodi Road. There, forget mismatch in numbers, the pollution display system was only defunct. And apparently it's been, defunct for a while, nobody really bothers. Our location number 4, JLN, this is where athletes, this is where runners, this is where sporting enthusiasts, all of them go to exercise. But even there you see the air quality level not really being there. In fact, we couldn't even find the display board on AQI numbers. It should be there, no? If you go for a run, you should be able to see the AQI. So what have we learned from this exercise? Well, there are serious questions and I think they remain to exist. Even the Supreme Court now has raised some very pertinent questions on the levels of pollutions and not just that, the means with which it's being monitored here in the national capital. The question is, do we care enough about our lungs, about the lungs of our kids? Remember, pollution is an equalizer. From the Prime Minister to the beggar, everybody breathes the same air. So should we all really care about it? And the first step to that will be to ensure we know the right numbers. This was an air pollution reality check. All right, with me is Abhijit Yadav, like I said, co-founder for UPSCprep.com. Abhijit, you are saying that everything we knew about the air pollution reasons in the national capital, starting with farm fires, going to industrial pollution, then coming to vehicular pollutions, then saying, oh, weather, it's cold, that's why wind movement is not so much, moisture is not so much. You're saying all of that can be put aside because the actual reason is geographical.
So, I'll say that not all of that can be put aside. It exacerbates problems which exist because of geography. Now, geography समझने के लिए we'll have to look at the basic, this is the elevation map of India. Elevation map में आप देखोगे, Delhi is somewhere over here. To the north, we have a massive boundary, which is Himalayas. Nothing goes beyond there. To the south, we have the Vindhyas over here, and you have the Aravalli range over here. So what is happening is that there is an air pocket which is sandwiched. If there is air over here, it's not moving north, it's not going south. It has to go through. So एक problem ये हो जाती है. Now second problem comes is there is something called inversion. Now inversion में क्या होता है? In the winters in Delhi, what happens? डे में आपका surface gets heated up, we have black tops, हमारा concrete jungle बन गया है, and उसकी वजह से there is warm air. Warm air has a tendency to rise up.
Yeah.
Warm air rises up, but at night what happens is that your land gets cooled faster. Land gets cooled, तो surrounding air also gets cooled. क्योंकि this is a property of the atmosphere that it gets heated or cooled by land more than directly from sunlight.
Okay.
Right. So what is happening is कि warm air is rising up, नीचे एक pocket of cold air रह गया है, and in this pocket of cold air,
Let's take this one. Yeah.
and in this pocket of cold air, we have a lid. This lid is called a temperature inversion lid.
What does that mean?
Temperature inversion is the simple idea that as you go up in height, temperature falls. In this particular case, because there is a cold layer of air underneath, there is warm air, and then there is colder air still on top.
Ah, so you're saying that, and this area is the smog.
Just
or
underneath
just
just underneath this is the smog layer, which is trapped because of this warm air.
It's not going up.
It's not going up, it can't go
This
up.
is the sandwich. This is why all those videos which come in, that airlines which are landing in Delhi, right
Suddenly
above,
see- exactly,
right
yes, yes,
above the
yes.
clouds, you see beautiful white blue
Exactly.
sky. The minute you go under, you feel like you've been enveloped in smog. So
Absolutely.
that's where this is happening.
Yeah, so this layer is called the planetary boundary layer, and it changes in height. मतलब daytime में as the surface is getting heated, so naturally this layer will be higher, somewhere around 500 to 800 meters. At night, when surface is not getting heated, it gets compressed, right? Maybe 400 meters, 500 meters. So then, because the same amount of pollutants are in half the space, you see a more exacerbated.
It's clogged.
It's more clogged.
Yeah.
Now, इसके साथ साथ एक और प्रॉब्लम आती है कि नेचुरल सी बात है यहाँ पे somebody will ask कि भाई why is this warm air not rising up?
Yeah.
Because warm air rises up. So for this you have to understand, you know, the global wind circulations. Global wind circulation में there is a simple idea कि भाई hot air rises up, cold air falls down. Around the time of October, November, December in Delhi, what is happening is that there is a massive downwelling of cold air. राइट डाउनवेलिंग ऑफ कोल्ड एयर का मतलब क्या है कि यहाँ पे जो हमारा लेयर बन रहा था, यहाँ पे कोल्ड ऊपर इसको पुश कर रहा है, बट देयर इज अनदर लेयर व्हिच इज पुशिंग डाउनवर्ड ओवर हियर.
That's the one you're talking about.
Yeah. Of the global winds descending
Yeah.
on top of Delhi. So
Yeah.
this air is not going anywhere because it's pressured from both sides. यहाँ से ऊपर धक्का मार रहे हैं, वहाँ से नीचे धक्का मार रहे हैं, which creates a extended period in Delhi which has just, you know, bad air quality. Now, final, you know, puzzle piece over here, ये हमारा, this is our Gangetic basin. Nothing is moving north because Himalayas. Nothing is
Yeah.
moving south because of Vindhyas and Aravallis.
Yeah.
Over here, it is blocked. If I look at it as a 3D map,
Huh.
तो ऊपर भी कुछ नहीं जा रहा है because of the boundary layer, because of the capped inversion layer. Only where it can go is this.
So why isn't it going here?
Because there are no winds. Monsoon winds have gone out, and monsoon के बाद this area does not have any circulation. तो हो क्या रहा है? This block of air which is here is just here. It's not moving anywhere. Now this is where the problem gets exacerbated by कि भाई अब vehicular pollution है. Sure, it is a problem, but now it will stay here.
Yeah, but you see in this entire map, only this little round that you see, that's Delhi,
Yeah.
right? So, but your drawing clearly says that this is an Indo-Gangetic problem.
Yeah.
So, if this is happening everywhere, why are numbers only high in Delhi?
Numbers are only high in Delhi क्योंकि अब होता क्या है कि भाई यहाँ से in this region what you have is Pakistan and Thar desert, and यहाँ से जो हमारा डस्ट पार्टिकल्स हैं, वेस्टवर्ड स्लाइट विंड का प्रेशर है, तो यहाँ से ये चीज़ें यहाँ पर एक्यूमुलेट ज़्यादा हो रही है. नेचुरली द सेकंड थिंग इज दिल्ली का पॉपुलेशन डेंसिटी इज वेरी हाई, बिकॉज ऑफ दैट द वेहिकुलर पोल्यूशन दैट एक्यूमुलेट्स इन दिस रीजन इज मोर देन अदर प्लेसेस. You go anywhere down the Gangetic plains, AQI will be much higher than, you know, good conditions or even acceptable conditions, even by Indian standards. Delhi obviously is the place where it is most concentrated due to emissions being high also. Emissions high एक कारण है, geography दूसरा कारण है, mix them together and you get a mess.
Okay. So you're saying the same reasons, the contributors to pollution, let's put it like that.
Yeah.
The contributors to pollution in Delhi remain the same as they would in any other metro.
True.
The geographical location makes it trap the air,
Yeah.
which is why we are stuck in that for a longer period.
Absolutely.
But what I'm not getting an answer to is, if this is happening only in Delhi, what about the rest? Like the cities here, are they not feeling the clock? Why is Delhi
Not as
feeling
much
it
as
the
Delhi.
most?
Because again, Delhi ka population, one of the highest in the country. Delhi has a population of roughly 20 million people. UP as a whole, UP as a whole has 200 million people, but spread out over a much larger area. So any single place, you'll not see a lot of that, concentrated smog happening. Delhi के ऊपर वहाँ पे हो रहा है, and since air is not moving, Delhi के ऊपर वाला smog Delhi के ऊपर ही रह रहा है mostly. In the months of December and January, what happens is there is something called western disturbances. So western disturbances bring in rain from the Mediterranean region. And जब भी वो rain का period आता है, तो that is around the time you'll see some relief. क्योंकि वो rain की वजह से there is a movement of wind.
Got it.
Movement of wind means clearing of some of the smog, but again, because it's small periods, थोड़ा-थोड़ा कभी rain होती है, so you get small respite.
So this is the reason why things are becoming worse. You've spoken about the problem very clearly. Do you also have any solutions for us?
So solutions, I think I do not have great expertise in this. What I can share is based on what I've read. And reading में basic चीज़ ये समझ आती है कि you have to keep trying new things. Cloud seeding was something that's being tried actively. I think that's a good direction to take over here. Other than that, cutting vehicular emissions, which Grab के अंडर हो रहा है काफ़ी कुछ. That is something. Industries को थोड़ा सा push out कर सकते हैं. Because again, जो हमने देखा है कि if it is emitted there, it stays there. So if I can move things out slightly, I can cut down vehicular emissions, I can cloud seed maybe, I can try 10 different things because even the best scientists don't have the answers for what will happen.
All right, cool. So that was Abhijit explaining all the reasons why Delhi is a more complicated problem.